Jason.
Brandon, hello. Welcome to my house.
It is your house.
It is my house. That's for sure. How you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you, man?
Good, I'm good. Thanks for letting me interview you. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay.
22 years old.
How long have you been playing Heroclix?
I started getting really into it when you started introducing me back to it. So probably a year. I think it's been about a year since me and you played. But I did know of it before. There was somebody that kind of introduced me to it, but I was
Kentucky?
In Kentucky, where I'm from, yeah. But it was more of a...
I'm from Florida. We're in Florida.
We're in Florida. But I'm from Kentucky. But it was just like a 2 or 3 game thing, and we never really went farther than that. So I didn't really learn the rules or anything. It was just, this game is cool.
Do you know what set was newest when you started, when you learned of it in Kentucky? Or?
You would know better than I would. It was 10 years ago, because I was only like 12, almost 13, so it was a long time ago.
Okay.
You'd probably know better than I would, because I don't remember.
Year-wise, I probably would. Maybe if you mentioned like a couple of pieces that you had.
Well, he was doing I don't know if they were new, but he had a lot of the Halo pieces. There were Halo pieces, I think, is what there were. And one other one. Stuff that's not on the normal now. It's a lot of superheroes now, but there were...
I think that was before Chaos War came out. Not exactly sure still about the time frame, but before then. Did you have a favorite piece when you were in Kentucky?
When I was in Kentucky, probably my favorite one was honestly, they always have the big ones, and I'm pretty sure it was... I wanted to say he had a dark side or something. Maybe. It was really big, though. It was outrageous. It was kind of like your dragon that you had up here for a long time. It was
Fin Fang Foom.
Fin Fang Foom. He will be missed. But
I sold him. He's gone.
But it was really big, and I always thought bigger was better at the time, but evidently it wasn't. There's a lot of good pieces in this game. So I'm pretty sure it was like a dark side or something like that. Not exactly sure.
Maybe it was way before Chaos War, because at some point they had a Heroclix, which was not compatible with Heroclix. But then at some point they came out with a Halo Heroclix set, which was what I was thinking. But I think the big vehicles were like Heroclix.
Yeah,
stuff.
He had lots of big things. They were stuff that I don't think they were normal to the Heroclix. That's what I was saying. I think these are ones that he just liked Halo, so he had a lot of them. So, it was that.
Do you have a favorite piece now?
My favorite piece now, 2 of them. Actually, I've gotten rid of both of them now. Oh. Because, for one, I wasn't playing a lot as recent, but I gave one to Derek, your son.
The Yeti?
The Yeti, that's it's the tournament exclusive piece with he's silver ringed. I know him by color, I don't know him by level, but he's silver ringed.
An LE,
yeah, he was my favorite piece for a little while. And then before that, there was one before that.
I'm sorry you traded him to him. Thanks for...
No, I knew he wanted it and I could tell. But
he ended up trading it to me
so
for
it's
something
back
I
to
had.
you now.
And I sold it.
It's cool.
To Josh.
For how much? I want to know.
It's $5.
$5. That's about right, because I think that's what we traded for mine. I traded 2 pieces worth 5 or something like that, or 8. I don't know exactly. But
Derek, my son, he traded him Spider-Man and Venom.
Spider-Man and Venom and I have to get the card for that.
I have the cards in my carrying case that we're taking to the library. We're playing Heroclix later today.
Yeah. So. Maybe I'll actually beat Jason today. Hope so. Don't think so.
It happens.
As long as he's not using the TMNT.
I'm not going to use the turtles today. Big fan of that first set. I like the other 2 too, but the first one's awesome. So good. What's your other favorite piece?
My other favorite was the Dark Flash piece.
Oh.
And I think I traded it to someone. I can't remember. Or I sold it, one or the other. I'm pretty sure I traded it to you for something. Because like you're the... Or Josh or Zach or Noah. One or the other. I don't know.
Okay. I actually don't remember.
But he was... His color scheme was different on his piece. And his movement speed was longer. So it was like 20 instead of 18 or something. Like it was outrageous movement speed. It was pretty cool. So I liked it. Everybody said he was really good, but I never really had good games with him. Evidently, I didn't know how to use him.
Yeah, I remember killing him.
Yeah.
I remember killing him like not just playing you, but I played somebody else who's had the Dark Flash, and I was able to just crush him like,
it's like,
oh, he's dead already? What?
It's like they said he was good, but he kind of wasn't. So, in my opinion, I liked him because his color scheme more than anything.
I think something big that he was lacking was the lack of willpower. I think willpower and Indomitable were really like dragging that.
I think he would have been better if he had just willpower. Indomitable would have made him a little too strong, I think. My opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.
Tell me about your tournament experience so far. You've only been to a few.
I think I've been to 4, because we did 3 at the Coliseum in Orlando.
Coliseum of Comics near Fashion Square.
In Orlando, and then we went to 1 down in Claremont with the guys. I don't know their story there, but we went to there. Right. So I think that was 4.
Heroes Landing.
Heroes Landing in Claremont. No, and then we went to the one that was really far away, and we said we wouldn't go back because it was just so far. We got lost.
Coliseum of Comics in Kissimmee. It was a good experience. It was a good experience.
We just got lost on the way back.
Yeah,
like for a long time.
At the time, I didn't have like GPS on my phone, so it was a little rough.
Yeah, and my phone was like not working at all.
Do you have a favorite superhero?
I have probably 2. I couldn't pick one over the other. I have always liked Batman, simply because if you take all of his stuff away, he is a normal guy that just knows martial arts. So if you boil it down, he, like on his base level, he doesn't have any superpowers, he doesn't have anything. He's just human, like regular guy who's trained himself to be the best he can possibly be.
Who doesn't like Batman?
Batman is awesome. He's the best superhero that's non-crazy powers, and I'm going to stick to that.
It's good. It's good answer.
And then on my other end, like if you want to count superheroes that have like outrageous powers, and in light of the movie that came out recently, I like Deadpool. The merc with the mouth.
Gotta say, I was not a fan of the movie.
You didn't like the movie. It was a little.
That's not the taste for me. Not my taste.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea.
He's my favorite though, simply because he's always so funny and playful about his fights. He doesn't ever really take it seriously until like someone is like really made him angry, or he's like getting beat up really bad. Otherwise, if they're just like random opponents that are out of nowhere, just like maybe mercenaries or something, he doesn't take them seriously at all. So that's why I like him. He's always playful about it.
I always felt like he was more of like when I watched the movie, like he was more of like a supporting character, a character around like I could see as like he's providing like
comical relief.
Yeah.
Or jumps out of nowhere. It's like, oh.
Yeah. And I really liked him in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. Have you ever watched that?
No, I haven't. I might have to check that out.
I thought they did him justice in there, but he did play the part more of like a villain character, which is more of what I'm used to because I grew up in the 80s and I read a lot of X-Force comics, which had Deadpool's beginnings and him and fighting Cable and the X-Force.
I think the second movie they're coming out with has Cable, so we'll learn a little more about that when it comes out. Hopefully.
Interesting. Good stuff. Good stuff. Do you have anything else you want to talk about before we close?
Not really. I've mostly, like I said recently, I've been just work a lot, man.
Oh yeah, life, huh?
Life. It's like.
So recently, you had been working. Are you still working 2 jobs?
No, I cut it down to 1 because I'm gonna start. This is what I was gonna tell you earlier.
I thought he was gonna get 3 jobs because he had his 2 jobs and he stopped by my work, Publix, a grocery store, and he's like filling out an application. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm looking for better. That's what I'm looking for. Really, the jobs that I have are kind of base level, which is like it's fine, but you're not going to go anywhere with that, you know? So I want to get somewhere where I can actually move up eventually, somewhere that I'm not going to have to like be base level employee for the rest of my life.
Think of your future.
So, yeah, but as of right now, I did drop my second job because I want to put more time into, for one.
Which one? Which one did you drop?
I work at Save-A-Lot and Dollar Tree, and I dropped Dollar Tree.
Oh, okay.
So Dollar Tree was overnight, and I just couldn't do it anymore. It was it messed with my schedule. I had things that I needed to do in the mornings, earlier than now, but and I couldn't do it. It just wasn't fitting my schedule in. But that's what I was gonna say. Actually, it's funny that you said that. I'm putting more into my my fitness and physical fitness. Eventually, I don't know. Maybe I'll even do a channel on it.
How much weight have you lost in the past?
Let's just do a year because
he looks good. He had some weight and he lost some. You look good, Brandon. Good job, man.
Thank you. 3 years ago, when I came down to Florida, I've been here almost 3 years. In October, it'll be 3 years. And 3 years ago, I was almost 300 pounds. I was 290 probably. And I came here, and I wasn't really looking to lose weight. It just kind of started happening because my situation was like I was moving out on my own. There was a lot of things that I didn't have that I had before. As far as I always had somebody to like make sure I had plenty of food, not what I needed, too much kind of. And I didn't really have any shortage of anything. So when I came down here, there was like the base level of like I don't have anything. I'm building from the bottom up now. So but I basically I started doing research on proper foods to eat as of this year. That's where I've been. And at the beginning of last year, we'll still last year because it's new year now. Last year up until, we'll say January 1st to January 1st, probably last year I was still close to 240, which was like, I had lost like 40 or 50 pounds, something like that, but I was still bigger than I wanted to be. So I started focusing more on last year, where like more healthy foods that I needed to eat as far as like, and portion sizes. Portion sizes were the biggest. You have
your biggest problem?
The biggest problem I had because, you know, when you don't have a lot of money, you gotta deal with what you can get. So like a lot of times I was eating the unhealthy foods like ramen and hot dogs and the stuff that you could get a quantity of for really cheap, which aren't good for you unless you portion.
I miss eating ramen.
I do not.
No? Okay.
No, ramen is tasteful. That's the best word for it. I think I tried to eat it like 3 months ago, and I was just like I almost threw it. I threw it away. Let's just put it that way. But so we'll get to the point. Basically, at the beginning of this year, I was probably 240-ish last year. And I am down to the lowest I've been since sophomore year of high school right now. I fluctuate between 215 and 217 every day because, you know, if you weigh yourself at night, you're obviously going to weigh more.
That's good.
So awesome. 215, 217. My goal is to be down to, I want to get below 210 before I go on my vacation and stay under 210. That's the biggest thing. Everybody meets their goal and they're like, oh, now I'm just going to gain it all back again.
Drift or
so
something.
They drift up again. They'll get back to where they were before. And I want to keep it. I don't want to get down to my goal and then, oh, now I can relax. I got to build from there. My goal just until like May 4th is when my vacation is I want to be 210 May 4th. So that's like 2 months, or a month now. And I think if I focus really hard this next whole month, I should be able to get there. It's, like I said, it's a matter of eating right, portioning my meals, and enough exercise.
Good, good, fantastic.
Sleep, exercise, and portion the meals right. At least 8 hours of sleep every night, portioning the meals, and exercise every day. Doesn't have to be a long time, but every day.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to end here.
All right.
Thanks again, Brandon.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I was like, get this. We got it.
Yeah.
Go team.
Go team.